Steve and this Rutgers program. Great environment. Obviously now 17-0 at home, and really has a lot of building as we've seen all year. And they got a good basketball team. And I thought Ron Harper was 3 for his last 18 coming in from the 3. And sometimes guys get in a little funk, and you maybe don't put as much pressure on them and short closeout, and he got going early. Obviously 5 of 5, and then thought he was sensational. I've said it, I think Gio's the best closer in college basketball in terms of finishing a game and being able to make shots. I think his insertion back into the lineup really gives them a lift and gives them a difference maker. Without our alpha, without our guy, I thought we competed. It's a 1-point game, 14 minutes to go. But you can't shoot 26% on the road and win. And give Rutgers defense a lot of that credit. They deserve that. And we were kind of throwing some guys out there who played minutes that they haven't been playing a little bit, and that led to some defensive mistakes. But again, Rutgers deserves all the credit today.
Are you satisfied with the quality of the shots that you did get?
I mean, yeah, I thought we took way too many threes. You're never going to go on the road and you can't go on the road and shoot 28 threes and expect to win. We forced some late. Again, their defense, they've got great length on the perimeter with Eboa, with Baker. Trent's not going to go 2 for 13 very often. And he's, especially in a night when without Io, it's going to be tough for us to do anything with him having a night like that.
I guess when you get in a stretch like you did a couple times in the second half where there's not much going offensively, what can you do or could you have done to reverse that, or what did you kind of
Well,
see?
if I knew, I would have done it. We tried going to Georgia in post-ups against Harper. The stretch was all based on defensive mistakes. We felt like if we keep Rutgers out of transition, we could guard them. And I think Kofi had a couple of turnovers in there. We took a couple of really bad shots that were challenged, they compounded each other. So, most of those situations, we've been able to put the ball in Io's hands and make some plays off that, and our roles were different today, and that was very evident.
How much does Io being out change game plan wise offensively, what you want to do versus plug and playing guys in that kind of a spot?
Well, there's no doubt it's different. I mean, when he's one of the best players in the country, you game plan for him and around him, and now you're asking somebody else to kind of step in that role. So secondary and third and fourth options become primary options, and I loved our fight. The difference in the game is points off turnovers and transition defense, and that's something in the last 2 games we've not been very good at. And again, it's something that we can correct very easily. But we've got to find a way to clean that up a little bit. We've got to find a way to get Georgie back involved offensively and going again, and we'll be fine.
You mentioned Io as the alpha. What was maybe missing, just maybe from his leadership not being on the court?
Oh, he's got tons of experience. I mean, there's a confidence that happens when you've got a guy like that, and I would be fine. I really thought we would be fine, and we could make up for that. And I thought for the most part, other than that 4 or 5 minute stretch where we went, we're 14-minute mark, I think we were down 1. But again, when you play guys in extended minutes, guys in roles, I've talked a lot about having unbelievable role identification. Now those roles change. That means more minutes, extended minutes. Mistakes can happen in those time frames because of fatigue or because of something else, and that was very evident.